The passing of Nicholas Brendon, the actor best known for his role as Xander Harris in the iconic series Buffy the Vampire Slayer, is not only a loss to Hollywood, but also a haunting reminder of the hidden struggles behind the glamour of the entertainment industry. Nicholas Brendon was once a familiar face to audiences of the late 90s and early 2000s. As Xander, he represented the ordinary person in a world filled with supernatural heroes. He didn't have powers, but what made him stand out was his loyalty, humor, and courage. He was the kind of character who reminded viewers that strength doesn't always come from extraordinary abilities. Sometimes it comes from simply standing your ground when everything feels overwhelming. However, Brendon's real-life story was far more complicated than the light-hearted moments he brought to the screen. After Buffy ended, his career did not maintain the same momentum. Roles became less frequent, public attention faded, and personal struggles began to surface. Over the years, he faced serious challenges related to mental health and substance abuse, battles that often remain invisible behind the spotlight. His story reflects a harsh reality of the entertainment world. Success is often temporary, and the industry can be unforgiving. Many actors who once stood at the center of attention find themselves struggling to adapt when that spotlight dims. The transition from fame to obscurity can create an emotional vacuum that is difficult to navigate, especially without strong support systems. What makes Nicholas Brendon's journey particularly human is that he didn't hide from his struggles. He openly spoke about his battles, his attempts at recovery, and the mistakes he made along the way. This vulnerability revealed a side of him that went far beyond his on-screen persona. He wasn't just a former TV star, he was someone trying, again and again, to rebuild his life. His passing also raises an important conversation about mental health, especially in high-pressure industries like Hollywood. Celebrities are often perceived as living perfect lives, but in reality, they face immense pressure, scrutiny, and isolation. Fame can amplify personal struggles rather than solve them, and when someone is constantly in the public eye, seeking help can become even more complicated. Another difficult truth lies in how society reacts to public figures who stumble. Nicholas Brendon frequently made headlines not for his work, but for his personal issues. Many of those headlines were harsh, focusing on his failures rather than his efforts to recover. Yet behind those stories was a person fighting deeply personal battles. It raises a question: how often do we choose judgment over empathy? Despite everything, Brendon's legacy cannot be erased. Xander Harris remains a beloved character, one that resonated with millions of viewers around the world. He represented loyalty, resilience, and the importance of friendship. Those qualities brought to life by Brendon continue to live on in the memories of fans. His life also challenges the way we define success. Is success simply fame, money, and recognition? Or is it something deeper, like the ability to endure, to keep trying despite repeated setbacks? In many ways, Nicholas Brendon's life was not just about the heights he reached, but about the battles he fought along the way. There is something profoundly human in that struggle. It reminds us that life is not a straight path, and that even those who seem to have made it can feel lost. It also reminds us that recovery is not linear. It is messy, difficult, and often filled with setbacks. In the end, Nicholas Brendon's story is more than just the story of a celebrity. It is a reflection of vulnerability, resilience, and the need for compassion. It reminds us that behind every public figure is a private life we may never fully understand. His passing leaves behind not only a sense of loss, but also an opportunity for reflection. Perhaps the most meaningful way to remember him is not just through his role on television, but through the lessons his life offers: to be kinder, to be more understanding, and to recognize that everyone is fighting battles we cannot see. Nicholas Brendon may be gone, but his story remains, a quiet but powerful reminder that fame does not protect against pain, and that empathy is something we can all choose to give more freely.